What's up, Shimei? It's a funky day. It's a funky day. Funky days and funky nights. Hey, Callie Mo, how are ya? Hello, Amanda. You can see we got a bit of a rain situation today. It's been kind of just, it hasn't been heavy. It's just been a pain in the butt rain all day today. So I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Tuesday. We'll see if we can make silk out of a Salsier. We'll do something today. I'm probably going to order, go over and order dinner tonight, celebrate my Social Security check over at the Chevy's. We're going to get the steak and shrimp tonight, what I thought I was getting last time. But I'm not complaining because it was pretty good. I was ordering error. That's the way it is. So it's almost like, how you doing, RJ? It's almost like we have some type of weather blob over the area. And you guys know how I feel about weather blobs. How you doing, Deb? Good to see you, honey. And Deb, I happened to catch you on another just wanted to correct one. This is not an autobiography here by any stretch of the imagination. This is more philosophical, theological, sociological, economics, psychology. Okay, this is there's a little bit in there. It's autobiographical, but in no way, shape, or form is because, well, my life's not that interesting. So I just wanted to give you the heads up on that, so you wouldn't think that this is a heavy-duty, more scholarly type of work. So I just wanted to be clear. Please take a second and hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, we have some type of blob that's been on radar. Hey, Alan, and the blob just keeps showing up all of a sudden. I think the blob's going to pass. Well, I just have to make sure, Deb, because I got to make sure it lands in the right person's hands, okay? So if you thought that you're having an autobiography, it's, you know, it may not be the correct person to assess it. So I'm just saying, you know, I mean that in a positive way. There's nothing negative about that. I'm just saying, I didn't want you to have an idea of what I've been working on here. If anybody's listened to the discussions the last 6 months or so, they know that the focus has really been on what's going on in our world today and all the challenges that are confronting us. Yeah, try the voice thing. A lot of people do voice. It's not perfect or whatever. I tried to text Craig Sr. today, but it sort of got blocked. Not blocked, but it just didn't go through. So I hope everything's okay. I wrote Joey D. I haven't heard any response on that. So yeah, just want to be clear, Deb, because you know, generally people write autobiographies when they're somebody that people know, but when you're a nobody, you're not going to really have that much interest in an autobiography. But I think people will be much more interested in what I have to say about the now and what I have to say about the future. I think people will, in that way, it almost reads like a good thriller novel. So, the same, yeah, you know, Lurker, we got a blob. We gotta get a blob, right? It's always this blob all day long that this blob that's been hanging over here, right? Well, I have to know a little more about your background and what your theology, and so you can drop me a line or something like that. Hey, Nino. So you can see we got a bit of a weather situation today. As I mentioned, there's a blob that's floating over town here. This being the kind of city that always seems to attract a blob that just parks over it. Hey, Joe, how you doing? blob. I know Amanda was looking forward to being out with Juan tonight, but I doubt if the troops are going to be riding tonight. Lisa, how are you, sweetie? How are you, honey? Hey, Duncan, what's going on? We're going down now. Naomi sent me some cocktail sauce here, which was delivered today, so I want to go down to the P.O. box and pick that up to make her happy and to make me happy. Yeah, I just don't like this. I'm always a sunny person. Sunny. Right? I just love the sunshine. Yeah, you had a few on. Well, there's a chance over the next half hour or so it might clear off enough to ride it. But the road is slick. I don't want to be out there with. This city's just bad enough in the best of weather conditions. So. How you doing, 71? What is going on? So we can, as far as the blob is concerned, it's just parked over town right now. It's not a heavy blob. It's not a light blob. It's just your garden variety sprinkly blob. Going to have a cup of coffee and a muffin, then paint as I listen and watch. Nice. Is that house painting or is that, artistic painting? Because if you hire me to be an artist and paint, you have to be very disappointed. If you hire me to paint your house, you're going to be very happy, or rooms thereof, or whatever. House painting, that's cool. I'm not really noted for my artistic talents. How you doing, Eddie? I've got time to still hit the P.O. box. Let's see what's going on. I signed up to get on the email so they don't have to harass me anymore to get notified about when my P.O. box comes to due, because I'm not going to be renewing it. So. Yeah, it's sprinkling. It's a pain in the sack. I'll be back in a minute. This is some really nice cocktail sauce from Naomi. Isn't she sweet? Ain't she sweet? Do a video of the Foggy Hills. Hey Ronnie, Bianca, how you been, hon? Hi, my Garnower. Anne Marie, how you doing? Nino, good to see you. Chico has a blob. We have a blob over top of us right now. Hey Kelly, well, I don't know. You know my prediction. You don't go from worst to go very far in the playoffs your first time to the dance. You're lucky anybody asks you to dance. How's your day going? What do I got down here? So we're kind of fighting the blob today. Nothing's ever gorgeous in this neighborhood. It just kind of like is. Right. Raining where I am. We're getting ready. Tomorrow's the big day. We kick off. The Montreal Canadiens versus the Toronto Maple Leafs for all the marbles tomorrow. We're all getting ready, man. We're getting ready. We're closing the door on baseball and we're opening it up on hockey. Because Lord knows football's been a blowout. We always have the blob, though. That's the good news. We always have the blob. Just dropped in for you. Still a few engineering. Yeah, don't really know who you are, but welcome to you. I'm sorry you're stressed, but welcome in. All right, babe. Boo. Hey, Teresa. Naomi, I just got back from the P.O. box, baby. Thank you. The stuff came in. The Eagle has landed. The Eagle has landed. We have like a, I was telling people we have kind of like a weather blob over top of us tonight. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you got a sinus infection. That sucks. So I had to go down to the DMV today. Good Lord, 200,000 people in this city. We got one DMV. There were people almost hanging off the lights down there. It was so bad. Hey, Darla. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Naomi. Amoxicillin, that would be it. That's the go-to. That is the go-to. Amoxicillin or sometimes Zithromax. The old Z-Pack. Man, look at this crappy weather. I was looking forward to riding tonight, but I thought this stuff might clear off, but it just seems like it wants to stick around. It's your basic globule. Let's just walk in the street. There you go. What are we doing? Are we doing laundry? We're lost. We're carrying bags. We're just walking down Broadway like we're in a parade. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Well, you live in an advanced civilization. We live in a kind of like we're just moving out of the Iron Age into the Bronze Age here. Right, we're in the Bronze Age. What about Anton? He's what? Got an upset stomach? Hope you feel better, Anton. I doubt, Dave, you've seen an Islamic person over in Glasgow. Right. Oh, bloody Rosie. We've seen many of them around here. I don't know, whenever it gets this blobby rain, it always makes me feel like I want to go to sleep. The area's full of, wow, I didn't think Scotland took any of them in. Why is your phone? I don't know. Hey Max, hey Rose, hey Maggie. I didn't follow too much of the news today. We have just capping a nice bounce in the markets as interest rates backed off and entering a little bit of a correction for the upswing. But other than that, oh, you have to turn off your CC on your phone. You'll have a little thing that has a little square that says CC on it. Just tap it. We even have a Muslim first minister. Well, that's good. I applaud the diversity there. Main news dwelling. Hey, Randy. Oh, you got a new phone? Well, enjoy it. Yeah, you just have to tap the little CC because it just helps people out that are have auditory challenges and things so they can follow along. So we're underway. It's kind of like a... I wanted to go riding tonight. I don't think anybody's going to be riding tonight because we have a blob that's over the city. I'm going to the gas station now. I wanted to go to the P.O. box because Naomi alerted me that the package of the sausage was in, so I wanted to go pick that up today. And of course, I'm very grateful. What is our bet tomorrow? It's called a gentleman's bet, honey. Gentleman's bet. I need a coffee. Will you show us your pumping gas? Well, it's not going to be today. I'm going to gas up tomorrow because I'm going to be away. I'm going to hit the road early Thursday. So, what's up? What's up, Alex? How you doing? 4-3. I don't know. I don't know, honey. Win or lose, we've got to really we've got to get behind our Canadians now. Canada's team. You going to Sign City? What's that? I will be back on Sunday, yes. Yeah, I have some videos, shorties and things that I'm going to be just uploading while I'm away. Plus the Weirdo Insane Asylum going up there. I recorded that since we couldn't get signal. What are we having what are we gonna do? Raid the 7-Eleven over here? What are we doing, boys? What are we doing? Yeah, I make metal detecting, but I haven't been out lately. I'm trying to get this book finished off. That's the most important thing that I'm doing right now. That's taking all of my attention. I'm not the kind of person that can swing multiple things at one time. I have to give everything 100% attention. Okay. Some people can do 5 things to a fairly good level of what would you say, achievement. I'm one of those people who can only do one thing to an excellent level of achievement. I can't do multiples. Like, are you bike riding tonight? I'm like, man, if you think I'm schlepping around in this, all right. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated in a mess. We got Deb, Red Baron, Red Lobster. Man, I haven't had to. I've been disappointed before at Red Lobster. You get the, I think, hey Katie, I got the captain's plate, and it was all this shriveled, burned up, you know, it was deep fried to within an inch of its life. What's up, Moose Knuckle? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Have not seen you in a while. Well, welcome, Army veteran on YouTube. Welcome to you. We always recommend the first newbies just hang back a little bit, get the swing of the chat, Otherwise, if they come in and begin to dominate, we know that we have troll action at work here. Sit back and enjoy, because we got nothing today, man. What do we were going to be out on the bike and look at this threatening weather. All right, so let's do a little exploring down here. Let's see. Thank you guys. We just hit number 50 on the thumbs up. Callie Mo, I'm so glad you don't hang back, hon. All right, what do we got here? We got looks pretty quiet down here. It's a good day to go nosing around when it's rainy a little bit. As long as nobody sticks the barrel of a gun in our face here and jacks the car, we're all good. These are the kind of places people just can't resist dumping their crap all over. The mini Tower of Doom. What do we got in that card? Wow, look at that heap of trash over there. Wow. Look at that. Thank God for whoever invented plastic, right? Hey, Escaping, how are you? Towers of trash. I guess this guy finally got kicked out of this property. He had this thing for years with all of his crap. Hey, Trog. I'm doing good. No, I haven't thought about how. I'll probably get dressed up for Halloween. Jump into female mode, get my witch's hat on and all that. How about that? Go sexy for a night. If the weather's decent, if it's not too cold. We'll be as sexy as we want to be. How about that? Yeah. It's probably a pretty good load of poo in there, that's correct. Yeah, we'll hang out for a bit and then we'll see what the weather brings. I don't think anybody's gonna be riding tonight. Hello, Vicky. How you doing, sweetie? So I did Gmail Joey D today or yesterday, so I'm hoping we might hear from him. And then I tried to send a text message to Craig, and that ended up bouncing. That didn't get delivered. So I don't know what's going on. I think he was taking care of his wife. I don't know, or maybe she just shut him down or something on here. I'm not sure. Right. I'm glad, honey. Like who, Army vet? Who told you that? Give me one name. Think we're going to be getting carry out from Chevy's. We're going to get the steak and shrimp tonight. I hope that ends up being decent. We kind of made a little mistake ordering last time in here. So wow, look at this traffic. Really? Holy smokies, right? Holy smokies! I just blew right through that light. I don't do true crime, but welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. We always enjoy welcoming veterans here, active duty and veterans. I guess we can kind of sit this way tonight, be a little nosy up on the platform, see what's going on. I don't believe that this rain is going to stop. No, this is too boring over here. Let's see, we'll go around the back here. So those of you tuning in that expected to see bike riding tonight, we have a little bit of an inclement weather situation. There's a blob that's hanging over the town. For lack of a better weather nomenclature, we'll call it a blob. Hey, Brenda. A lot of rain tomorrow. We need it so desperately. Well, that's good. I hope you get it, honey. I hope you get it. Usually, though, when it rains, it pours. You just get start to get flooding and stuff. So, all right. Band commentary rocking tonight. Oh, I don't know, Trog. What would you like to talk about tonight? Lay that on me. We'll open. I don't know if Naomi's here. Does the train station have staff? No, it's all self-serve stuff. So let's see what we got here. There it is. From our girl. Enjoy your gift from Naomi. Isn't that sweet? We got our favorite here. There she is. Thank you, baby girl. Isn't she wonderful? She was the winner of our Christmas decorating contest last year. Are you going to enter again this year? I'm going to do it again just to show you guys. I got 2 bottles of this. My favorite cocktail sauce. The Middle East. Well, let's get this done first, and then we'll talk about that. All right. There it is. Look at that. How's that grab you? How's that grab you? I think I'll just have something simple for dinner tomorrow night because it's early getaway on Thursday. So how about a Halloween decorating contest? A Halloween decorating contest. Yeah, we could do something like that. We could do something like that on the 31st. I will be back on the 30th. Unless I choose to postpone for maybe a week or so, because once you get into November with Las Vegas, the rates absolutely collapse down there. So I'm checking carefully. Do the cats like cocktail sauce? I think the cats are pretty impervious to spice, Shimei. I haven't seen them, I try not to give them stuff that's dipped in cocktail sauce. I try to clean it off a little, just make sure that they're getting a pure piece without any sauce or spice on it. So they seem to like it. They seem to like it. So as far as, thank you again, Naomi. I love you, honey. Thank you. Was running low. I was out, babe. And you're so kind. You have such a big heart. Have you ever made cocktail sauce? I've not. I'm still waiting for the recipe, Lizzie girl. Somebody was going to send me the recipe. I'm not sure if I want to fiddle around with horseradish and all that. I mean, I'll have a go at it. I might say, whoa, I'm never buying cocktail sauce, or I don't want anybody to buy it anymore. But you know, might make my own and say, "Oh, that was good. That was good." Uh, so I had a lot of time to, you know, I was busy today. I had to go down to DMV, and this is 200,000 people in the city. We have one DMV. I go in there. I already did all my paperwork at home. I go in there. The woman's like, "Did you register?" I'm like, well, "I got all the paperwork here." She's like, "Oh, did you register?" Like she's like I'm 105. Right? Why? Let me get my ear trumped. I didn't hear you. Did you register? I said, "I've got all my paperwork already done." She's like, "No, you got to register. Then you got to come and register here to line up for an appointment." I'm like, oh, I'm doing my first face plant because there's already like 5,000 people. Thank you, Army vet. So I have to go over the computer. I put all of my stuff in, right? And she says, you'll get an email and then bring it up here. We'll open it. That'll have your number on it. Man, like they're serving like number 14 and I have like number 85. And I look at this thing and I'm just like, wow, I'm looking at the clock, I'm looking at this thing, I'm listening to the call because you know, G85 is my number. And they have A, B, and F they're also calling, right? And they're calling like 1G like every 15 minutes. And I'm like G85, right? It's just like, oh wow! I was gonna take a picture of it, but the people look so angry sitting in the seats. I had a feeling like somebody would really blow a tube, right? If I tried to come over and right, if I tried to do a video or something like that, right? Just a very hostile times we live in, right? Very hostile, right? So there's 200 people sitting in the seats. All you need is one of them. All you need is one of them to jump up and make a scene, and all of a sudden you're like the main event. All right, you're like the theater in the round for the whole dealio. But I guess it took about an hour and a half. I guess I was down there about lunch hour or so. So once the people started coming back in, it seemed to go a lot. It seemed to go pretty fast. Wish the Middle East had peace. Anton Smith, how can we expect the Middle East to have peace when we have the confliction of 3 different Abrahamic religions down there? Okay. It's not meant to be. I chopped up bell peppers and celery and froze them. Cool. That's all cool. So I got that all taken care of today. That chewed up a lot of my time. Yeah, cocktail sauce. You can use chili sauce or ketchup, horseradish a little. Yeah, where do you get horseradish though? Is that white looking globby crap that yeah, because I like it a little hot, right? I like it to get my senses tingled. Really wants to know about a horseradish about the horseradish that got her attention. Yeah, it's a real it's very aromatic. It can really clear out your sinuses. But like I said, the problem that we live in today, Anton Smith, is that very few people really understand the history of the Middle East. And the fact that we didn't have all these countries by name that you know today, okay? All of these countries were carved out by guys sitting over a table with a map and just saying, well, this looks like a good place to put a country. This looks like a good place to have a line. Right? And you have mandates. Okay. Particularly see a good look right now. The West don't particularly have a good look right now. Around needs to be sorted out. Okay. You have to remember, as I've said before, until 1914, Turkey pretty much controlled the whole, around the whole Eastern Mediterranean, from Turkey all the way around through Syria and Jordan, and all of those areas were all under Turkish control. Okay. Right, the Jews are God's people. They were all under control there. And then they made one colossal mistake. They sided with Germany and Austro-Hungary in World War One, and it ended up being a disaster for Turkey. So because of their collapse, the British were in there, right? And the British are the ones that set up a lot of the boundaries and the things that we have. If anybody's ever seen the movie Lawrence of Arabia, and a lot of that is set in that same time period. Technically, many palaces, Muslim there. Yes, there's a lot of Christians. Yeah, thank you, Bobby. And Bobby, start saving your money. Don't duck out on my fundraiser on the 27th, okay? I'm putting you down for 2 bills. All those meals I've done for you. What's up, Coach? How you doing? This weather sucks tonight. Okay. Thank you, Dave. I think a lot of people will. I'm hoping a lot of people that have never donated to me will consider stepping up for this cause. Like, it would be amazing if we could raise $10,000 on the 27th. That would be super spectacular, awesome. But anyway, when I think about the Middle East and all that stuff, the Christians kind of get lost in the sauce. Hey, Smelly Cat, the Christians kind of get lost in the sauce. The 1980s was filled with Middle Eastern violence. Yeah. Right. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? I usually get my horse around the fish department. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's anything that Israel's not going to be able to handle, but it just points up to them. As much as people would like to think that they can live in peace over there, it's not going to happen. The tenets of Islam are such that they're very attractive, particularly to young people. Okay. It has a lot of upside to the Islam faith and not a lot of downside to it. So you have a lot of, also, that's number one. Number two, you have people that think that their land was taken from under them, right, by United Nations in a partition of the Balfour Declaration in the 1920s and all that. So that doesn't sit well with people. And the really sad thing is, up until the 1920s, post World War I, everybody lived in peace over there. Jerusalem was a sleepy ass, outpost of the British Empire. Nothing ever went on over there. Everybody got along good. Nobody was blowing up temples or mosques or cathedrals or anything. I mean, everybody kind of lived in peace. But once you start taking land, and then it's a different story. Especially if you happen to be of a different faith and you're right in the middle of this thing. You're right smack in the middle of a sea of Islam there. Okay, Sea of Islam. Yeah, the train is coming. So now you have a situation where you have tons of money. Saudi Arabia is sitting on a ton of money. Iran is sitting on a ton of money. Qatar, remember that's where Al Jazeera broadcasts out of Qatar. And you can watch their channel on YouTube. It gives you totally different. As a matter of fact, I suggest you do, because it gives you a different, different kind of outlook on the whole thing, right? But now there's plenty of money pouring into that theater, and with money comes weapons and rockets. And Israel's using up their resources so quickly in terms of guns and ammunition and rockets and shoulder fire stuff and Stinger. They're using that stuff up so fast. Now they got to hit us up for weaponry. So I don't know. It's not going to end. And then you have these poor Palestinians that are want nothing to do. They're not involved in any of this stuff at all, and they're they're having their housing. All of a sudden an incoming rocket just takes out your whole housing. See, when it comes to terrorism, you can't be selective, right? You cannot be selective. There's no way. Let my people go. Well, they did go, and then they went to the promised land, and looked over the hills, and we saw the Canaanites. Right. And what did God say? Go in, march in, and take over that land now. That was yours before. And they're like, those Canaanites are big and mean looking. Right, so they're like, nah, just we'll just hold off, right? So what does the Lord do? March them around the desert another 40 years, or hey, star beam, and then they finally get into the promised land. All two of them, right? And of the original ones, only 2 out of Egypt ever got to the promised land to enter. One of them was not Moses. And then pretty soon they were building the old golden calves and slapping skin and having fun, and pretty soon they get marched off to Babylon into captivity. So when you say let my people go, which who, right? You have your choice. So what did Jesus say? That you're a stiff-necked people. So will it intensify? I don't think so. You have to be very careful. If you're Iran, you have to be very sneaky if you're choosing to supply weaponry. And for all we know, they've they have tunnels running under there supplying arms and all that stuff, right? You have to be very careful, though, that you don't get caught out, because Israel would love nothing better than to find some Iranians are in there fighting and causing mayhem, and then they would have an excuse to, lay a glass sheet over Tehran or something, right? Nuclear weapons, no. No, he never made it into the promised land. So this, anybody that thinks God is touchy-feely and all forgiving, I think the Bible tells much different tales of there's a big price to pay if you don't get with the program. Do any of us deserve the promised land? The group is telling all the parents over there to delete their children's social media on their phones and CNN. I wonder why they're telling them that. Hey, Buttercup. I'm doing all right, babe. How are you doing? I wonder why they would tell them that. I don't know. too much information, I guess. I don't know. But Israel, we have to say one thing is factually correct. Israeli intelligence was a colossal failure, right? They had no clue because everything was quiet. They kept it really low key. I don't know most of them. It feels like not enough eyes on the ball with so many other distractions. Yeah, but there's only so much that they can do. We have massive listening operations in Iraq, and you think the cartels would fire rockets at San Diego? I don't think so. They wouldn't want to spend the money, right? They know how to be economical. The army should have been there anyway. No, I don't think Mexico. We're not going to go back to the days of the Zimmerman telegraph in 1917 and all that Zimmerman telegram. When Germany tried to push Mexico to invade the United States. The only ones who did not slander the land. Just two of them made it in. That was it. Out of the 600,000 people that marched out of captivity in Egypt, two made it into the promised land. Right. In Noah's Ark, out of all the millions of people on earth, 8 people made it out. We're always talking about very small numbers here. It's very hard to make the grade. I just suggest people don't fire up the furnaces and make little golden calves at home and all that. Hey Teresa, how you doing? So I think if you're in the war industry, I know, my daughter, I mean, they're going full out, right? And I don't even know if this wedding is going to be able to come off this, well, I hope it will. There's just a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, no gold in anything, man. Stick with silver. So, the media has done a very rapid job of now turning this into a David and Goliath. These poor Palestinians are, their housing units are blowing up all around them, and Israel's just laying waste to everything. Well, what's the alternative? What would you have them do? There, Brad. Well, we'll disagree with on that one, Trog. That's the philosophy that's gotten us where we are today. That give up before you start philosophy. Yeah, I needed to have a coffee today. I can't ride a bike. Look at this weather. Right. You think I'm going to be schlepping around in the rain when this stuff? No way. But isn't it funny how all this stuff, it's always just been such a biblically charged area over there. It doesn't happen in Zaire or somewhere down in Paraguay or on the border between Paraguay and Argentina, right? It's always over there, right? It's always over there. And the weird thing is, when you look at these three faiths, you think of Christianity, you think of Judaism, and you think of Islam. The closer you get to Jerusalem, the more radicalized people become. Do you understand what I'm saying? The closer you are to ground zero, where all these faiths really find the same Abrahamic tradition. Right? The closer you are, the more radical people are. Right? Thank you, Kitty. It's my Dutch brothers. Elmer sent it to me. Man, we haven't seen Elmer in a long time. You know, you get that? So you're at the point of like maximum radicalism right there. Yeah, it makes sense because you're closest to all the history. You're closest to all the top dogs in these faiths. Hey Barry, the top muftis and grand muftis and top rabbis and the Coptic Christians and all the stuff going on over there, right? The Ethiopian, all that stuff there. So I think it's very easy to get radicalized in that area. You grow up hearing that all the time. Right? You're hearing that every morning and all day long, and church bells ringing and chauffeurs being blown. Not the ones that drive the horn. That came out weird, right? Isn't that what they call that, right? Yeah, you know, that's the call. So it's, and then you have all of the schools over there that do that. All I wanted was some goat milk. That's it. What's up, Zofo? So, right. So that's what makes it particularly messy, because you have three Abrahamic religions that lay claim to Jerusalem. Be the artist of creativity. So I've noticed that myself, that the closer that people are to there, the more radicalized they become. Right? You don't see a lot of this radical crap happening in Saudi Arabia. Right? They're not blowing up stuff in Jeddah and right? They're not blowing up stuff in Tehran and Oman, Jordan, and right in Damascus, Syria. No, right? They're not doing it. So how do I think it'll play out? Eventually, you know, they'll run out of weapons in the Palestine side, and then it'll just wind down, and we'll go another year, and something will happen again. Oh, Cindy, how are you, sweetie? I was hoping you were going to compliment what's in the sweatshirt. Oh, what a day. That's how I think it's going to go. That's the way I think it's all going to come down. Right. But it's kind of interesting because it made a liar out of me, because yesterday I look at the I'm looking, there's no way Tel Aviv and these places, and today they were firing rockets in Tel Aviv, and hey, just don't believe in that. What is that, a New Testament, Ma Rich? Oh, Cindy. Not as conservative. Who's conservative? I'm as independent as you get. You're not confused. You're just in here to troll. Let Diane stay. So I don't really care. Don't boot anybody out. Just let them have a little bit of troll fun for a bit tonight. So my take on Israel, there is something wrong with those people because they're always practice war. Well, if you lived in the middle of a let's imagine you were in the middle of the nation, and right, let's imagine you took the state of let's say you took the state of Massachusetts and you stuck it in Nebraska, and it was in the middle of like 10 other states with heavy Native American populations, and you just kind of plunked this state right down the middle and push all the Native Americans aside, right? You got a new neighbor. Hope y'all get along good. Have a good day. We're out of here, right? How do you think that's going to go down, right? Hey, Mew, how you doing? How do you think that's going to go down? So that's why they're always practicing. You always have to be ready for the arrows to come flying and the fort to get burned down and, the women and children to get hauled off and all that. You're not curious, Diane. You just came in for the first time ever. You've never been in a chat before. You just came in to troll, but it's okay. Few people have ever left the mark in the community that I did when I was there. Many try, but none is able to do it. Yeah, isn't Oman nice in Jordan there, Shimei? Did you see the the caves with the big carve out and all that? Right? Did you see that? Hey, tell your dad I said hi, Mew. Tell him I said hi. I hope to see you guys in November. I'm not going to have time this trip, but I'm going to come down in November and then blow over to. I'm going to hit the Thanksgiving celebration at St. Joe's. So we'll have some time. Meet up, Kev, and we'll do some stuff. Your mom will be there, and your dad, and everything. So it'll be cool. We'll get Kev there and connect the dots and follow the money. Hey, Catherine. Yes, I would say my motto is I don't really care what people post about transitioning. It doesn't bother me at all. Would you like to visit Israel one day? I would like to see the Holy Land, right? But, get times being what they are, when you go into that kind of place, you don't know what's going to happen when you you might be one of this person, all of a sudden the Hezbollah just blows into the square, grabs you, and puts a bullet in your head. Yeah, it's not going to work next week. Yeah, sorry. I got something big going on next week. I would like to go to, yeah, it'd be great to see Jerusalem. Hey, Jerry, how are you? How are you? Well, the best I can do is November. I'm just too tight in this schedule right now. It would be such a precious thing. I only canceled this morning. Yeah, I mean, they can't assure your safety, right? I mean, I'm sure in all the fine print when you sign up for these Middle Eastern trips and these Holy Land tours, right on the fine print it says, I have been informed that I am in a potential war zone and I hold XYZ company harmless in case of a hostage situation, death or dismemberment or injury, right? They're going to make you sign your life away. Right? They're going to make you absolutely sign your life away. Yeah, I think Jerusalem is locked down. Ain't nothing unless it. Anybody ever see the movie World War Z? Not many movies ever gave me a headache, but that sucker just didn't stop for like 15 minutes, right? Hey, Justin, running through the back alleys in Jerusalem and stuff. That was pretty wild. How you doing, Justin? That was a very underrated. They can lie and wait for them at every place. To not go if you have half a brain. Yes, but the tour operators will be dangling low prices. Right? The economy rate is here. Oh, hey guys, I just signed up. I'm going to be going over to the Middle East. How you digging that? Oh, how was the grocery outlet today? That's really cool. I hope to hit the grocery outlet when I'm down there. Right. Right. So I think pretty much Middle East travels off the you know, I think it's probably pretty much off the table for a while. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to, you know, it's too unstable over there. You know, you might wake up one morning and there's the Ayatollah on TV. They took over the capital, whatever the hell you are, and right. He said, "Oh, that's nice. Grocery outlet's cool. See if they have Barbara's shredded wheat in there. How about that?" Yeah, it's over, Kelly. I told you, honey. It ain't gonna happen the first year out. It's a done deal, babe. It's impossible. You need seasoning. You need spice and seasoning. You need to have been to the dance before. We looked for it. Oh, that's funny. Oh, come on, Kelly. I was perfect in my prediction, honey. You never give me credit for my sports calls. I'm doing good. I was supposed to go to wrestling. I'm going to begin a WWE. I took off today. How tall are you and how much do you weigh, Randy? Right? How does the number one get eliminated? It's that you just don't have the seasoning, honey. You have to, you know, it's daunting for these people are kids, right? There's probably whiz running down their legs, right? I mean, it's like this is the big show. That's how it happens. I mean, how could Texas have taken Toronto out 2-0? I mean, because they're a tested team, right? They're a good team. The decision making is a thing of beauty. My dad was just like him. 72 virgins, really. So, you know, that's what entices a lot of people to Islam. Is it's a rock solid faith. It has no squishiness to it. Well, whoever did it, they went down 2-0 or whatever, right? I mean, we're talking Minnesota here. We're not talking about that. No, I don't think so. Army vet, can't stand her. Who are we talking about? Hillary Clinton, or who are we talking about? Hillary? Where's one sign, 72 virgins? I guess in your dreams, I don't know. I guess you could certainly find them in the Middle East. They don't serve in the military. I believe anybody should be able to serve that meets the requirements. I don't think you should dumb down the requirements for anything. Same reason I don't think we should give participation medals in school, right? Just for showing up. You know, we're denigrating the culture of winning and success here. You have to go grocery shopping. It's kind of cool they got a grocery outlet in Las Vegas now. Gonna find some good deals in there. If you can find good deals here, you can find them over there. But each one of them is individually owned and operated. Thank you, Nino. Thank quote the Prophet Muhammad thing. That's all. One grandchild for the others. Yeah, it's all right, William. It's, you know, average it out, right? You do okay. Kids are all different. My point is, schooling has changed radically in this country. Open up a textbook, a high school textbook from the 1950s or 60s, and look at what the kids were learning then. I mean, you had radio theory, electricity, and you know, mathematics and algebra and geometry, and I mean, it's just like the standard of education was much higher then. Can they, Lurker? Are you asking me or are you telling me? No, they can't. They can't. Or they can now. Yeah, they're back now, I guess. Yeah, that's right. Because of Biden, I guess they're back in again. I don't know, right? I care if the person next to me can shoulder a weapon and has a little bit of courage and can meet the physical requirements and the stamina and all that. I know that. Yeah, as long as you keep up with everybody else. Yeah, but let's not destroy the standards for the sake of equality. Right? Your life might depend on it. Your life could very well depend on how well trained and how courageous and you know, good somebody is next to you. Yeah, I hope you succeed, Randy. That sounds fun. Man, this weather sucks. I really thought it would ease up. Some women are tough. A lot of women are tough as hell. I told you we're having a gender reversal that's taking place. The women are becoming more assertive and more physically dominant, and the men are becoming more effeminate and weaker. Try what I was about to make a prediction. Hey Phil, how are you? You know, we live in a culture that's radically feminizing men. You need to let it sit out on a table upside down. I've said it on this channel for years. I've talked about it. Years. How I've noticed over the last 25, 30 years in particular that women have gotten much bigger in stature. Right? And guys just look about the same schleppy, right? I don't know, the average woman is right on that way, or there you go. Phil, the Italian stallion ain't gonna be feminine, yeah. If you make it through, then you qualify to be an infantryman. Take care, Randy. Hopefully you'll stop back later. We'll give you some encouragement when you get your head smacked into the turnbuckle on the ring. You get your bell rung. Right. I mean, I've been out on the streets. I've been live streaming on streets since 2015, right? Mobile live streaming. I've seen the change up close, right? Whenever you're going to have a problem on the streets now, it's always going to be a woman that's going to come up and start it up. Relations with a man want to work and men both knew and embraced their roles. Well, you know, one reason divorces were relatively lower is because women didn't have the economic freedom to go out and pursue work and things. So we have to kind of be realistic about what we're talking about too. And also the standard of living starting to go down. The standard of living starting to go down absolutely needed women to enter the workforce to uphold the family's standard of living. Without two incomes in the workplace, right? Now, some people look at that as a chicken and an egg, right? It's the women entering the workforce that drove up the cost of living and inflation, and there's a lot of ways to cut the onion. So we have to be very, we have to try to be very, objective in our analysis, right? Was the world more ordered back then? Of course it was. Yeah, sometimes people were best off divorced. It's correct. Someone told me we might be a risk for another 9/11 attack. Well, I think what puts us most at risk for that is what's pouring over the southern border right now, right? If I'm some of the Hezbollah terrorists or whatever, I blend in pretty good with Mexicans, right? And I'm meeting up somewhere down in Juarez or something, and man, I'm joining up with the crowd going across the border. I love screwing with the corporate mindless bots. That's where it's going to come from, Maggie. And the first indication of that will be when electrical grids start to get blown up and things like that. Right. When the city of El Paso's electrical system goes down, and it's going to be like, sorry guys, it's going to be 4 or 5 months. A lot of countries tend to hate the United States until they get into the deep shit, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh great, marching through town, waving little American flags, standing on the sidewalks, yay! Right. It depends whose ox is being gored, right? I've got men hitting on me or in their 30s because the women in their own age are also high maintenance just out there. I don't know. We have this new thing in dating now. It's called sprinkle phenomenon. You guys can look that up. It's another terrible turn in the dating scene. Another terrible twist on the dating scene. Sprinkle. Now, what people don't realize is that women hold the majority of jobs in this country now, right? They have their own money, their own high-paying jobs, and they feel that they don't need men in their lives to complete them. So we need to go to war in this day, father, in the military, go Army veteran. There you go, Phil. So it's created a dynamic where men, after thousands and thousands of years of civilization, now have to try to figure out what their role is in society now, and it's a very difficult thing, and it's causing a lot of confusion and upset in our culture. And it's building up a high level of what I call underground invisible animosity. Punt, pass, and kick, so to speak, competition. What a lousy weather day. I served in this man's army. Thank you, Naomi. Nobody wants to see mine as pilot. Yeah, he just barely squeaked through, right? That's it. I think it looks like audition for... wow, Trog, you got to lighten up a bit, man. You got to lighten up a little bit, bro. That's alright, Trog. You're just letting it out. You're just letting the gas out of the back, man. I get it. You got a head rush. So it's the role of men in Western society that is the most in flux right now and the most undefined. And I think that's causing the most amount of problem. It's causing a lot of guys to just retreat from the scene altogether and just hang out in mom's basement and just kind of be like incels, right? Because, they just don't think that they have enough to offer. So what that does is starts to create a spiral of defeat. So it just, if you believe it, then you do it. So, plus, let's face it, a guy can just flip on a computer screen, watch a porno, get off, and he doesn't have to deal with any of the drama and trauma of having a relationship, which will probably fail in his eyes anyway. I just love relationships take work. They take sacrifice. I hate it because I hate feminism. Well, I don't hate feminism. I hate radical feminism. I don't hate feminism. Boy, we got the blue hour came in early tonight, didn't it? I'm amazed that a woman could make it through infantry training. So we allow people to speak what's on their mind as long as they're civil about the way they do it. A true soldier just doesn't brag about it. They join the force service, protect our country. Yes. Yes. I don't normally weigh in. What's wrong with Sprinkle? She wants to not settle. I didn't say there was anything. I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. I said it's the newest phenomena because I'm always on the bleeding edge of what's new. what the young people, and sprinkle is the newest phenomena. I just thought people would get a bang out of it. Shimei went and looked it up and researched it. It's like, what the heck's wrong with that, right? Right. She wants women to not settle for losers and only have relationships with men who support them. Well, it sounds like what we used to have in the old days, right? Right. Now, it takes a lot to pull Shimei into something, so that says something right there, right? Says something right there. If Shimei's weighing in right, you looked it up too? See, I'm on the very bleeding edge. There's no way I would have lived in my parents' home and I had my space age bachelor pad at days where I'd bring dates to, lots of dates and fun. Oh, that's cool. Voivod. Did everybody look that up? Bobby, did you look that up? Did you do your homework? Sprinkle. But what do we value a guy on these days? That's the issue. Right? He lost his traditional role in this society. That takes a real mind adjustment to get around that. Oh, good. Everybody looked it up. Let me get a water here. Since we're trapped in the vehicle today. I follow Sheer. She's been on YouTube for a decade. I'm Team Sprinkle. Yeah, Shimei, did we get your old boyfriend to get his crap out of storage? Or do I need to call one of the Sopranos, Paulie Walnut, to come down and help hasten the move a little bit? I wish I had a Harley knucklehead. Those are the choices. Nobody on here ever said there was anything wrong with it. We just said it's the newest wave in relationship. I'm searching for a sugar mama in the villages. God knows, GE, there should be plenty down there, right? As you get older, the numbers favor the guys, right? Right? Oh, I got his credit card spring. Now we got Shimei fully engaged here. Yeah, the train goes by about every 20 minutes or so. What about the non-rich old guys asking for a friend? Well, that's what I'm saying, Ronnie. People have to be cognizant of what your value is, right? It's very hard. We live in a society that measures on very narrow parameters. It's hard to look beyond and say, oh, that person would make a good dad, or right. Blue shop towels, what's going on? Right. It's very difficult these days. One of the first things we do in American society is we ask somebody, what do you do for a living, or what do you do? Yeah, a lot of widows with their husband's pensions. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you should be having a feast down there as you cast your line in. Right? You should have a feast. Somebody who is in wealthy, but I don't want some loser. My response to that would be, it's not always so easy to tell what is a loser. A lot of gems have dust and a little bit of dirt on them, and we forsake a lot of gems for overpriced things that flim-flam. It's very easy to put on a facade of success these days, is it not? Right? I think we'd all agree with that. It's very easy, as long as you keep making your payments on your Audi or your BMW or whatever, right, have a few fancy clothes and a nice phone, and it's very easy to, it's very easy to go on social media and paint yourself any way that you want to appear. Of quality sometimes has to be dug for a little bit. It's not immediately on the surface. Thank you, Nino. Right. I think a lot of times what we perceive as losers are actually high quality people that just aren't burst into money making and things like that. You hand us scrubby from your antenna to tell others what you're into. What the hell does that mean? Like, no, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. Yeah, check your credit score. Under 700 need not apply. It's called a lack of faith in the future, right? It's a church of what have you done for me now? That's it. I wonder why, but our kitties and then this borderland. Bathroom scrubby, a swinger. Oh, Lord, Bobby. Whew. The visuals on that just, they just really rack my brain up, man. They just really wreak havoc with my imagination. Whew. I'm just being honest, dude. It's just a limit to what I can visually take in. You tend to fight about money in the first day of any vacation. Well, remember what my definition of love is, right? The best definition of love is the willful surrender of your will to that of another. That's what defines true love. Lowering the tone. Yeah, I don't know, Deb. I don't know. I went to a swingers club. I didn't participate in Las Vegas, just as an observational exercise with my friends, and it was pretty beat. It was pretty lousy, right? I was like the main attraction in there. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't swing. No way I couldn't swing. No. I don't want to be involved in the mental gymnastics of that and stuff. No way. No way. There's just, no. I couldn't mentally swing that. Expectations are high. We're only human. Yeah, expectations are high, but they have to be realistic, right? Guido says hi. I wonder if Amanda Hug and Kiss would swing. I don't know. I can work out. I work out and can be a silver daddy when I try. Well, there you go, GE. You got the happy hunting ground down there. I just read Jordan will allow our warplanes a place to load. I don't know if I want our warplanes flying over. I think Israel's got things in hand. I would like to think I have realistic explanations. That doesn't answer the question. That answered the question. That just floored Amanda right there, right? Right, that just floored right there. Boom, right on the ground. That's it. Took you right out, honey. Bam. Just like that. That's some funny stuff right there. Ooh. Great Expectations. How about right? A Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. To which I say, what? Good God, man, make up your mind. Which was it? uh, if someone's home, that's it. They're swinging home. Good Lord. Right, Smelly Cat? I mean, I have a lot of problems with Dickens, right? Needs a major rewrite. You leave people torn. You're just like, what the hell is it, right? Is it good? Is it bad? What is it? Hey, Brian, how are you? Am I wrong, Smelly Cat, or I don't understand what sprinkle. Shemay will tell you. She's got it all figured out. It's not often that she comes in and weighs in on something, but she just nailed it right down, Catherine. She's just like, I see nothing wrong with sprinkle. Nothing at all. I get the statement, but there were a lot of good. I mean, I got to figure out, did you like it or not? I mean, I don't know. Pink flamingo in the can. The pink flamingo. Oh, shoot. That's funny. That is funny. The United States needs to stay out of that more. Yeah, I really don't think Israel's going to have any short-term problems with taking care of business. I mean, right? They're just a little bit embarrassed because this thing grabbed them by the nuts. Right? It was their own like Pearl Harbor. You either don't want to be in the true love and swing, or you love someone with all your heart and would never share. Well, that's about what it comes down to. But I think a lot of couples in their 30s and stuff, they start to express a little bit of boredom, and then somebody comes up with the idea, hey, Joni, would it be cool to experiment? Maybe we could bring a girl, we could bring another female in or whatever, and let's get that resistance. There's kind of a mental barrier there because of conscience in your mind. There's something that tells you that this is not a good place to go. I need to get a walking stick. That's what I need. They were my age or swingers. They invite me to pool parties all the time. Maybe you're just a cool. There goes Smelly Cat. Right. Don't start beating on the building, dude. God, give me a sane person. Ox in there, 50. I know, Brenda. I don't know what to make of it, honey. I just would rather be an incel, right? Baby Socks is badass, yeah. Always wanted. 70s peace, love, the world, the peace, they're right. Always something in the hood. Yeah, I mean, you got a walking stick and you're just going to start beating on vehicles and stuff. UFO says, hi, Rosie. Nice to see you in this crazy world. Hey, what's up, UFO? I haven't seen you in a long time, my friend. Probably since Pluto was declared a non-planet. It was a day of weeping and gnashing of teeth and sadness all around. There's our obligatory sirens. Oh, man. What do I think about Biden? I think, to be honest, he sort of exceeded my expectations in office. I'm not in love with the way he's handled the southern border. I think it puts this nation at risk for the sake of future politics, potential voters. I don't think that they're above putting votes above the safety of people, so I'm a little concerned about that. I'm kind of glad that New York City's getting a taste of what Texas and Arizona have experienced for years. People finally realize the cost of this undocumented illegal aliens in the country and stuff. But otherwise, we had the bout of inflation after the pandemic, and I think by and large, I'd have to give a fairly decent grade. I mean, it's not much you can do to slow down the level of debt creation in this country. But do I think his mental faculties are fading? I do. Am I scared about Kamala Harris? I am. Right? How you doing, James? I would be a liar if I said that would not be concerned with with her in the presidency, given her lack of intellectual capability, and she just filled a position of needing to fill up the ticket. There was nothing in her background that lent itself to right to having any experience or whatever in Congress or governorship or anything like that. On the converse side, I ask people, well, let's imagine that Trump gets elected tomorrow and closes the southern border. Then what? What master plan will he unveil to deal with the deficit situation, right? I'll wait. Our spending on servicing the debt is now exceeding the spending on the Defense Department. These are just my opinions. Shimei or Ronnie can put the standard disclaimer on my chat. People ask me, I honestly answer. People think Trump's going to come in there, and it's not going to be. I love Senator John Kennedy. He was amazing in Congress. I watch him almost daily. Yeah, I don't follow too many people in Congress. What is that? Rosie, you're smarter than that. Trog, please. Let's not get to ad homs here. A lot of people wanted to. People ask my opinion and I give it. Right. I'm independent. Hey, Laura. I try to find value on both sides of the equation. I try to find problems on both sides of the equation. I'm not locked into anything. It's good to see you, Laura. Mitch. There, thank you, Ronnie. There's the standard disclaimer. There's an yeah, you can't pull a rabbit out of your butthole, right? Look at China. Evergrande just declared bankruptcy yesterday. I mean, they're in this swill. It's all right, Trog. People ask me my opinion. Thank you, sweetie. People ask me my opinion, and I tell it. I don't equivocate on things. I try to find good in both sides. I try to point out deficiencies where I see them. I cannot sit here and claim that the president is not beginning to fail with his mental faculties, right? I mean, it could be problematic. I also, oh good, Peanut. Yay, hi Peanut. And I just also believe that I think Trump may finally be in a checkmate situation as far as the curtain being pulled back on his finances, his things, and I think he made a big mistake in choosing to have a judge try the case instead of a jury. I think that might come back and bite him in the butt, right? Um, if he gets convicted, uh, you know, of course he'll be eligible for, you know, parole or whatever, but he'll still be a convicted, for all intents and purposes, a criminal. So, what do you do with them at that point? Do you just say that it wasn't fair? Trump's always been a great business guy. Everything's always been above board and perfect, and he's always run a clean show. How in the hell would I know? I'm not sitting there as the prosecution is presenting its case and as the defense counsel presents its case. I open my ears and I listen, and then I just decide accordingly with the evidence that's presented. But if you're going to go in there with a preconceived notion that it's a witch hunt, well, then it's going to be a witch hunt to you. But there's enough people stepping forward from enough different points of view to say where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, and I just leave it at that. I let the wheels of justice turn. I can't say that we should have totally collapse in faith in our judicial system. Right? I have to believe at some point in time a judge does his duty and looks at the evidence and comes to a decision. That's his job. Only until recently in the 2000s did we ever second guess our judicial system and assume somebody had a political bias because we wanted to attach a political bias to them. Right? If something goes against us, it must be biased. If we read something in the New York Times we don't agree with, it must be biased. If we hear something on Fox News we don't agree with, it's biased. Right? So I just say, let's let justice just take its course. You have stuff that's going to be coming down in Georgia. You got stuff that's going in New York. You got, there's a lot of multiple arenas here. So my opinion is useless in this kind of venue. Would you agree? I mean, what weight does my opinion carry? But I do keep my mouth shut and I just wait till things unfold. Right? It's only recently we've adopted this bias because of social media that's put the idea into people's heads that there's, agents of, the New World Order and just all this top-down stuff that's come down. As if. Now remember, I lived 5 years in China. I speak Chinese. I understand the mind of the Chinese. There's no way in God's green earth, in the history of China, that they would ever be a part of anything remotely connected with an idea of a new world order. They might participate in alternative currencies, brick currency. But there's no way that China would ever surrender an ounce of its sovereignty to anything. What did Bobby say? Bobby, watch it. I will put something in your food. My point is, when you think that level of stuff goes on in the world of a new world order, and Russia's going to sign on to it, and China, and I mean, come on, guys, let's be realistic. we just tend now to see the flawed side of people we put in office. When I grew up, we tended to see the shiny side. We tended to see the upside. We didn't take a stick and poke underneath of it and see the crazy stuff that Kennedy was doing, or Johnson, and the foul mouth on Nixon, and just right. We tended to look at the best part of people and not the worst. We've totally flipped that script today. We go for the worst part. It's a whole shift of society. Oh, thank you, 71. People ask me my opinion. I ask my host, please just slap my disclaimer on the chat, because I don't want anybody to feel like their view doesn't count here. Right? Nobody's ever been kicked out of this. Nobody's ever been kicked out of this chat for having an idea. I supported Nixon too. Okay, as much as I could at my age. But we always put a disclaimer on here because I don't want anybody to ever feel that they can't express an idea. I'm just telling you from a historian point of view, this is the profound change that I've seen in my lifetime. That we go from examining and looking at the best of people to the worst of people. You imagine if Franklin D. Roosevelt ran for office today, and back in 1932 when he was running for president, there was a general agreement among the press, whether you were Democrat or Republican. There was a general agreement we wouldn't exploit the disability of a president that couldn't even walk without braces or stand up, right? Right. We'll just honor the office. We won't make coin out of that. And when we know he has a girlfriend, Mercer, down in Georgia down there, and he dies in her arms at Warm Spring, we're still going to put forward the best of the presidency. And people lined up for 1,000 miles to watch that train go from Georgia back to Washington, D.C. because people wanted to see the best of things. Right? Lucy Mercer. Eleanor Roosevelt knew what was going on. She had to sit there and take that slap in the face with every ounce of courage in her being. When the Secret Service comes, sorry, Mrs. President, sorry, First Lady, this is the way it came down there. She couldn't afford to fly apart, still fighting Japan and World War II. People were just made of more courageous stuff back there. They would take one for the team. They would just suck it up. But our society is now fallen. Western civilization is now fallen. Right? We've lost our moral compass here. We're being overrun by the vices of man. Pride, lust, anger, covetousness, envy, sloth, and greed. They're the new rulers of our society today. I always mix it up, Slugbug, because your idea, Alan Gentry's, Bobby's idea, Amanda Hug and Kiss, I want to hear what they think. I don't want to close the ears off over here. Right? How do you establish the truth? You know, we're in a very aberrant, disordered society today with misplaced priorities and things. You know, I see somebody like Jeff Bezos. I applaud the success he's had, right? But my heart gets a little saddened, right? When he's building and floating a $250 million super yacht. At the same time, we have 5,000 children a day starving to death in the world, right? It's a tough fit for me. It's a tough fit. Yeah, conscience today is on life support. Iran has to be very, very careful in here because there's people that would love to see, you know, Iran lives at the edge of annihilation. Right. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated if you're coming. At least for fairness in the chat here. I express my opinions. My moderators put that disclaimer on it. They may not agree with it. Nobody gets punished in here for a difference of opinion. People still get what they get here, which is fairness. Did you get paid for no, we just like to think that the message resonates in here. Amazon delivered my package. Or Shimei, right? Shimei, you've been really vocal tonight, right? I do have great mods in here. And people understand that they're picked for a very unique reason. Sometimes people are startled, right? And we're probably going to need, you know, another mod coming up or whatever. But it's not the kind of thing that anybody should ever, oh, you know, take me or take. It's not, you know, there's no glory in it here. Nobody gets bounced out of the chat, right? It's more a pain in the ass function for them than anything else. Oh, come on, Shimei. You're not boycotting Amazon. Really? I love Shimei. She's coming out of her shell on here. She's right. Usually she's on the back bench there, just kind of keeping an eye on stuff, probably hiring and firing people in New Jersey. But she's right in there tonight, man, just mixing it up. I like that, right? Everyone should have a voice. If more people start giving voices to people and having more people just open their ears here, this country would be a lot better off for it. Right? Diversity of opinion is what makes America great, not the commonality of opinion and diversity. I've told people 100 times when I grew up in Maryland was a pretty blue state, but we had Republicans too, right? And we had a Senator Charles McMathias when I was growing up, and he was a Republican. But he could always, one of the things he was most prideful about was we could always work across the aisle and get things accomplished. And that didn't really hit me at the time until today, when we're just so divided down party lines. Everything we do is for the party. People used to argue after work in the pubs voraciously, but then they would go home and yeah, pay your tab, get the hell out, and go home. Right? And your wife would say, yeah, it's all right. You go to, you stop for a drink once, cool. Argue with the boys, watch a little baseball, a little football, a little hockey, a little Chinese badminton, whatever you want to do. It's all good. I like that. I still got this crappy weather. Hi, Watch says Trump 2024. Magic Art, how are you? And she's, oh, I don't know, dude. You want to go there? My headlights are so bad. You want to go on foot because it's raining right now. Right? Let me flip this around a second and you'll see what I'm dealing with here. Right? That's why I'm on extended here. Normally, Amanda, I'd be out doing it up tonight, but I'm kind of pinned down. But I think we're having a good talk. Our numbers are growing here as the night goes on. I think people are appreciating it. Right? We're coming up to some colossal period of realization here that it's going to be profound when it hits that government can no longer do everything we expect it to do. Had a lot of disagreements. It's like, it's one thing that opened my eyes, guys. As much as I don't like Madeline Murray O'Hare and her stand to take the Bible out of public schools by suing the Baltimore City public school system where her son attended Woodburn Elementary School back in the early 60s. Right, and she became the most hated woman in America on the cover of Life magazine as a result of that. But she did a lot of research, and she came out later and gave a speech at the University of Texas in Austin. And Austin's always been a hotbed of atheism and agnosticism down there. And she gave a speech that's still on YouTube, talking about how we have this mistaken notion that the founding fathers were doing everything in their power to incorporate Judeo-Christian ideas into the Constitution, when in fact nothing could be further from the truth. And she goes down and highlights a lot of the letters that they wrote back and forth, and John Adams and James Madison and Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and stuff. And it really lays waste to that idea on there that they were working their butts off to do anything but that. But because we have an overwhelming population of, well, it used to be Christianity here, then it became a natural bubble up within our society here. It probably served us well for the time. I think we're going to get some dinner over at the Chevy's, and we're going to carry it out and eat it at home because it's still raining a lot here. Right. And there's just nothing I can do outside in this kind of weather. So that was a real eye-opener. So I derived some benefit out of somebody I didn't like because she had a big mouth, and sadly she was murdered along with her kid. It's funny how some of the most strident haters end up being suffering the worst and most horrific deaths. Right? I don't know. Yeah, it's a chain here. I shouldn't have any problem getting some decent food tonight. It shouldn't be overrun with people. So I learned a lot, right? I mean, I always keep myself opening to understanding history and stuff. I don't ever get married into any position, and I think that that's important. Really, forecast calls for suddenly rain for days here. It was supposed to be the ball of sun every day. I don't know. Well, you're in a different area. So, but one thing we always insist on here is that everybody gets their shot. All right, we don't want just a chat that runs one way and attracts just disciples of that belief. We don't ever learn or gain unless we open our minds to differences of opinions. And I love that about being here and having you guys here. We're gonna be facing real big challenges coming up in 2024, major challenges, and we're either gonna go down with the ship or we're gonna rise and put turn over a new leaf. There's no middle ground here coming up. Yeah, we are, Slug Bob. Absolutely, positively. We're going to face unprecedented challenges that have been, uh, that have come to crop up now because we've pushed aside the realities of a declining standard of living through just tremendous amounts of borrowing and debt. You'll never have a new world order, GTB. Nations and sovereignty don't roll that way. That's another fantasy concoction of people that want to see a boogeyman under every rock and paint everything in a negative. Yeah, I'm fine. We're having a good chat. We've had decent numbers of people. Because I've already explained, GTB, explain to me how China would willingly sign over its sovereignty to a new world order. Right? How would Russia sign over its sovereignty to a new world order? How could we expect this, Iran and Saudi Arabia and Nigeria, India, to ever possibly sign over their sovereignty to a world order? As close as we've ever come is the development of the League of Nations, which the United States, Henry Cabot Lodge rallied the Senate to not participate in the League of Nations, leaving it a hobbled institution. The closest we ever came is the United Nations, and if you think that if you think the United Nations is of one mind, think again. We all have the same problems. No, we don't. We don't have the same problems. We all have different resources. We all have different levels of debt. We all have different philosophies in the way that government is run. Right? To expect China to ever willingly cede any of its sovereignty is a pipe dream at best. It's a concoction of the mind. Right? There's no such inclination to ever willingly hand over sovereignty. Can you come together and meet as BRICS nations and talk about developing a new world currency? Yeah, but bring it into reality. Who controls it? Who tells this nation your currency's out of whack and it can't come into the BRIC arrangement now? Remember what happened when the euro was developed? And well, I was over in China at the time that they were trying to bring the English pound in. And guess what? It didn't make it. And Royal Bank of Canada made a fortune betting that it wouldn't make it because Nigel Lawson came out and said, we're giving it up. We're going alone. We can't make it into the euro. The pound sterling shall remain an independent currency, and the floor fell right out from under it. Right? And we made a fortune on being long dollar, short pound. I thought the dollar rules. There's a point where the only thing that ties the dollar to strength is military power. Okay. All right. You reach a point in the US dollar with its strength that people are screaming and hollering. We can't even import a bushel of corn. We can't even export a bushel of corn anymore. Right, the price is so high on the conversion of it that our export markets are being killed here. That's the cost of a strong dollar. And God forbid, ladies and gentlemen, the dollar weakens. What that means for raising money for United States debt funding, Katie, bar the door. You have, instead of a virtuous appreciating currency and higher interest rates, you have higher interest rates with a depreciating currency. Much bigger challenge. And no longer accept our cash in hand. Just a card. This was in the news today. Well, that's part of a whole operation of doing away with bank branches and reducing the cost structure where everything goes online and becomes, right, debit and credit transactions. That's it. It puts the squeeze on the drug culture, right? It brings everything within the purview of heightens the paying of taxes and all of that. Right? You take cash out of society and you have a lot of difficulty in the drug trade. Oh, Amanda Hugginkiss has a kind. Right, polo shirts, nice slacks, clean, successful. Biden would spend us to the end, so would Trump. I mean, let's face it. A president just rolls with it. He doesn't control the purse strings of the nation. The Congress of the United States does. Oh, this weather, we should be on a bike. Of course they just print money. Then how do you differentiate yourself from Argentina and Venezuela, right? Good to see you, Darlene. How you doing, honey? How are you? We've had a very good chat tonight. We've had a great number of participation in here. A lot of people lurking and listening. That's a good thing. So please, if you're coming in, please tap the like button. Oh my goodness, they're riding bikes tonight? Are you kidding me? Right. I think they're going to have a small crew. Good night, Trog. Yeah, it's hard to focus on that with the rain on the windshield. Look at that. They're still out there riding. They got more guts than I do. Yeah, they're diehard. I did that one day last year, and there was only like 5 of us left. It was so bad. So bad. Yeah, we have probably 60 bikers tonight here. We're coming to the end of the line here. Yeah, you got to be hardcore tonight. I didn't enjoy. I was caught out in the pouring rain. I went home that night. My child will remember I was soaked to the bone, soaked to the freaking bone. Oh. Yeah, it's been a very good chat tonight. We're getting ready to go over and what time is it? We'll order some dinner in a bit. And Amanda hugging kids is like, could we go down to Kenton Court? She wants me to get killed down there. Yeah, that was a rough night. Remember that, Callie Mo? Oh, I was like a drowned rat. Oh, it was so cold, and I was just so soaked to the bone, and I still was like a mile and a half, 2 miles from home. I was like, oh no, no. Terrible night. I think we ended up with like four riders left by the time we were on 4th Street over there. It's like, oh wow, the rain got worse and worse and worse. Yeah, I'm sure a motorcycle's bad. The boss used to ride a bike in pouring rain and stuff. I don't know how people did it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But we'll see what the future holds, right? It's going to be an interesting end of the year. We're now 35 days towards the next debt resolution in mid-November. We don't have a Speaker of the House. Now they're talking about McCarthy might be the only one who's capable of going. He might be back in again. I don't know. All right. We're moving more and more towards dysfunctional government here. Now we're dividing the Congress again on what's going on over in Israel and all that stuff. Did AOC say, did she make a statement, or that whoever that congresswoman is from Michigan or wherever the hell she is, that Muslim woman, who made statements, who didn't, right? You're not a friend of Israel if you don't come out and make a statement or whatever. It's like, it's just the pressure just builds, right? Talib, yeah. And I don't have, she gets we have representative government here. So there's people that want her to be in office, that elect her. Son in his head, my brother rode a motorcycle and a spill on a city street, a woman in a car, and getting stupid off his road and buy a car. That's what he said. Well, the boss put his bike down on 101. He's lucky he's alive. Right? His bike was banged up. His jacket had a hole in it and everything. That was about 8 years ago. Right. He got in some tussle with, I think it was a limousine next to him or something, started coming over on him, and he had to put the bike down. You never want to put your bike down on a highway. Road from downpour in the back of him, leave me at the rest area. Just hiding. Why so serious? Just kidding. Well, it's a very serious talk tonight. But obviously it's what people wanted to hear because they showed up and participated. Right? Hey, Robbie, I'm doing okay. Bikes are dangerous. Yeah, I'm kind of glad the boss got rid of the Harley. It's gone good, Gordon. Welcome to the chat. So I think people very much enjoyed the chat tonight. Exchanging ideas. Strangers in the night. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Told me I must have you somewhere in the night. Do 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 do. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, please. Thumbs up are appreciated. Oh, ooh, Gordon, I'm nobody. Hello, Jennifer. Talk with Rosie. You act like you're meeting a rock or something, right? Not some blown out. Uh, Worst thing on YouTube is people that think people that have a high opinion of themselves. When you were distilling, I don't know, Gordon. I've got somebody that's staying. Hey, Deborah. I got somebody that's staying in the outbuilding there. So, right. Someday I will run a batch again and do a video. Oh, thank you, Darlene. You're sweet. Yeah, frisky with the cooler weather. I love you being here, honey. We all have a stake in the future of what's coming. My greatest joy in life would be 2 years down the road if somebody said, you know, Rosie, when you were talking back in the fall of 2023, I didn't know whether to believe you or not, but I went out and I took steps to get myself in a stronger position, you know, based on what your thoughts about the future are. You know, maybe I bought myself a home protection piece when I could. Hey, Gypsy. You know, maybe I got out of stocks when you said that I should, or, you know, told me that it's, you know, interest rates are rising and better beware. You know, that would be a great thing one day. Right? Protect yourself. Oh, is that a fuse or headlight switch issue? Dim lights. It's a poorly manufactured, poor quality lights put into these. These vans are meant for daytime use. They're meant for tradesmen, tradeswomen. They're not meant to go out and travel. And they're meant for city use. And this vehicle's always been, there's always been problematic when it rains, and it's always been problematic with driving at night. I wish it was better, but it's not. Right? You just have to recognize it for the deficiencies. You're taking a round peg and you're putting it in a square hole. Now, has the van ever let me down? No. Have I almost been killed in the van? Yes. Have I punctured tires and sidewalls? Yes. Right. Trying to use this for something it's not intended to be used for. So there's a price to be paid. You know, it's got weak headlights. When interest rates go to during the glen, we didn't fall apart. Yeah, because we built up to it, Buttercup baby. We came off of that level. Right? Now we have a society that cut its teeth on 0% interest and 0.7% interest rates. We've been raised like hothouse orchids now, Buttercup baby. We're on the other side of the curve now. Right? You have people that have built their life on cheap money. That as interest rates go up, they immediately have themselves frozen out of the housing market. Halogen headlights. Oh, yes. Right? Yes. This is what the Federal Reserve brought. Cheap money era because of the pandemic. How many people are going to be able to buy once the car companies stop giving out low interest loans, subsidy loans, right? Look at the price of General Motors stock or Ford Motor Company. Now they're contending with strikes. What's going to happen? Money ain't free anymore. The era of cheap money is over. That's going to have profound implications for this. And I'm expecting it somewhere around 6% is the level that's going to start to really wreak havoc. Well, you're in a good situation then, and you can, that's good. That's good. Very few people buy something on cash. Most people, when confronted with a $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 car or truck, have no choice but to finance. It's called, I don't know what it's called, Sizzle On or some other thing. No, it's been an Italian company. I almost get the idea they're phasing out Chrysler. They're not going to be making the Dodge Chargers anymore because it's just, right? People are having problems insuring them, and they're happy to roll with Fiat. Yeah, who would look forward to buying a car? You're taking out a mortgage. I mean, what the hell? The boss and Janet, they get the last ride out of town, right? A good rate. Before they really jacked up the markup on the lot, they only had to pay like $1,500 extra. They were extorted for that, right? How much markup do you think would be on a Forester now? I don't look forward. I rue the day we'll be rolling around in a vehicle that has 200,000 miles on it, guys. What are the chances of me blowing up in the desert when Cupcake goes tits up? Oh, but Rosie, that'll be exciting video. Yes, it will. Right, right. This should be good. Grab the popcorn. Yay. While you're live streaming, you need life. I don't need life alert magic art. People will just wait till Bird goes live and say, I think Rosie just died over at the parking lot over there. Really? Okay. Drive them till the wheels fall off. That's right. Man, it is really coming down now. Isn't that funny? Cupcake is a 2011, what years? I don't know. Kia Spectra with 191,000 miles. Now the top end has been rebuilt. It's a new catalytic converter and thing. The only thing that thing needs is suspension work. That's it. Financed a 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. That's a nice vehicle, Voivod. That's nice. Right now, the car companies are being rather generous with incentives and financing stuff. But you can look at the price. You can look at the sad state of the automakers' stocks right now. That tells you all you need to know. You could consider going into old cemeteries and I don't know magic art. Most people know where I always pretty much people know where I am. Like if I'm at the cemetery in Sebastopol and all of a sudden it conks out or something, people are going to wait an hour or two. They'll wait for me to do a community post or something. And then if they don't get something, then they'll kind of like, oh, maybe we ought to contact Blackbird or something or check it out. Call the Sebastopol police department to do a well check in the cemetery. I have no doubt. UN is telling Israel to negotiate yesterday. They'll max out more to bail automakers at. I don't know, Gypsy. Just look at the chart of these car makers, right? That's telling you all you need to know about the bite of interest rates is coming up on top of wage increases and things, right? Now, not only do they feel like they have the right to demand a higher wage, they believe they have the right to not be laid off. So, right? So it's going to be costly coming up. And then waiting in the wings is all the Chinese electric cars, the Cherries, and all that stuff. Right? Yeah, well, you must have good credit because the average person with a 650, they're not going to get a 4.99% rate unless it's a buy down from the, a teaser. I stepped out for a bit of a. Yeah, I'm in the dark, Katie, because it's raining tonight, and we've just had a very good chat. So we've had a good time. Yeah, that's good, Voivods. I actually do. Yeah. Voivod's doing it up, man. I'm all set, Rosie. I got no worries, honey. Thank you for your concern. Yeah, I was going to go bike. They actually had about 60 bikers went by tonight. Real hardcore, right? It's probably 25% of the usual number, but it's really kind of coming down now. Yeah, you've been responsible. But when you consider the payments people have between rent and mortgage and then trying to cover off a car payment, put some money aside for retirement, but have some money for DoorDash and right, our base increase. That's why yeah. So you're gonna yeah. I mean it's gradually gonna impinge on what it costs on them. People do everything on the monthly. How much can I afford with my take-home pay? Right? How much can I afford? That's it. Can I afford to make the payments? Can I squeeze in another $800 for that? And some people have multiple vehicles. Right? Everybody's buying a monthly payment. They don't really, the car companies know that. So they'll take that monthly payment out 10 years, right? Happy birthday, GE. You bring good things to life, man. Finally got a small break. Yeah, I mean it's virtually impossible to be debt free these days. How many people have been encouraged to save money and stuff in a world of 0% right interest rates and CDs that paid nothing? I might consider a short car loan because that's all right. Let me hit the head real quick. Wow, that's pretty wild in the west. We just had every bit of cloud. Let's see if I can get this thing here. What is this thing stuck on? Look at that. Every bit of cloud is gone. It's just overhead right there, and perfectly blue skies over there. Shimei, my opinion was I needed to go to the bathroom. Isn't that cool? Just like that. Boom. Hey, June. Pretty wild. Dealers are aggressive. I don't know. Thank God I've not had to go. I bought this used. Thank God I've not had to go onto a dealer lot, right? Right, and finagle that. Oh, you know what a drag that is, right? Can't even tell the headlights are on. All right, let's get over here. We'll get some grub ordered up. I think we got one parking spot down here, I believe, unless this bird took it. Let's see. Yes, I'm very near home. I could be home in about 10 minutes walk, so very home, very close, I mean. All right, let's see what we got for battery power. We're at 100%, so we don't have to lug in the battery here. All right, let's go order up dinner, guys. We got to make sure we order the right thing tonight, although it was pretty good last time. We're going to spend a little bit of our first Social Security check here. It ain't a lot, but we're going to do it up. All right. Can't handle driving it because my headlights are so poor. Right. I guess we'll try. Maybe we should treat ourselves to a beer or two. All right. Yeah, this is a treat. I want to get what we had before. Check your order before you leave. Well, last time, honestly, Voivod, as we do it up, it was my fault last time. It was totally and completely my fault. Hi, could I see a menu? I want to order a carry-out. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Sirloin steak and shrimp. That's what I want. Yeah, sirloin steak and shrimp, medium. Rosie. And I'll just be at the bar. I'm going to get a beer at the bar. Yeah, the shrimp and steak, like medium rare. Yeah. I think that'll do it. I'm just going to wait at the bar to, maybe you can let me know if it's ready. Last time she didn't let me know and I got almost drunk down there.
Oh, that's not good. Well, I don't know, maybe.
No, I'm only kidding. I only had one beer. How much was it all together?
And I will watch for you.
Yeah. Thanks. How you doing? I just want to get a draft Coors Light.
Coors Light, yes, of course.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to pick up the order.
Of course. The hour, my friend.
How much?
Only $4.54.
Keep the change.
Thank you so much.
All right, we got the right thing tonight anyway. Ooh, that light is a killer above me. I feel like I'm being interrogated. What are we passing on, Amanda? What are we passing on? Yeah, they have tacos. Yes, they do. I've done a lot of reviews of Chevy's over the years. What's wrong with the bartender? Yeah, they have tacos. director. I would never join anywhere that would have me as a member. That's not bad. $4.50 for a beer. Not really bad. Hey, wine country. Yeah, I'm celebrating my first Social Security check. Right. Oh, well, thank you.
We gonna need anything to snack on other than the chips and
No,
salsa?
I'm waiting for just an order to take. So.
Alright, no problem.
Thank you. Look at that, I got chips right there. How about that?
YouTuber? Yeah. What's your name?
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Do you have a thing I can write on?
Yeah. Thanks. It's a great stuff.
Yeah, isn't that what street tacos though? Yeah, it might be $1 extra, but it's way more than $1 extra.
How about this is nice, huh? How about this? That's Rancho. Yeah. They always take care of you down at the bar. The guy was asking about YouTube. Hey, I'll take the free chips. Hey Lisa, how you doing? Never been to Chevy. I wanted to get what I wanted to get what Bird had last time. It looked really good. I'm celebrating my first Social Security. Well, he said, I thought you liked updates. Who are you talking about? Thank you, Yilva. Kelly, let's put it this way, honey. I'm very happy with the season that they had. I'm very happy. I'm not disappointed at all. They gave a lot of thrills. They gave a lot of excitement. They're a very young team. Yeah, I got it, Alan. So I'm treating myself a little bit. performer, I'm disappointed about the Orioles. I'm very proud of the year they had. All right, no more tips. Yeah, I mean, I had a great year. I was very thrilled. The Orioles will be contenders for years. I just don't get that wrapped in sports. This would be a good place to watch football games here. Watch my Canadians. This is the bar attached to the restaurant, Joe. This is the bar here. And up the steps is the restaurant. Well, I waited till 65, which was the old retirement age. I figured that's enough for me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna check the food. So it's only about 5 minutes from home. And I can take it home and I can eat it. I can grab a beer and eat it outside. Have a good night. I figured 50 years of working was enough. 50 years of working was all. I put down Bobby for a big donation for the fundraiser at the end of the month. No, just one floor. But there's an outside seating area too. Yeah, I earned it, yeah. So I said, I'm not going to wait till, I'm going to go at 65. If it was good enough for my father, it's good enough for me. I'll be working until I die, but I'll be doing the work I want to do. I'll be doing what I want to do, which is volunteering, doing goofy jobs. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I waited till 65. Oh, Lisa, you're kind, honey. You're too kind, babe. You've always been a great supporter of the channel. No, I don't get a pension for work. Welcome back, Naomi. Pensions are kind of a thing of the past in this country. Unlike now, I can do what I want to do. Naomi, thanks again for the cocktail site. I'd like to be able to spend my time doing what I want to do. I've had 5 solid months to work on this book and stuff. Yeah, enjoy life. Hello, Vicky. Yeah, it ain't much, but it's nice. Yeah, Naomi is very sweet. What state would that be? Just asking for a friend. Good night, June. I wonder what state that would be. Las Vegas, they don't even give you chips and salt anymore. I had ESP. They told me you were ready. Right there.
Tortillas or anything with it?
No, do you have chips in there?
Chips are in there.
I think they're all good.
Okay, you all set?
All right, thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It looks perfectly correct. Oh. Isn't that amazing? That thing just went over and now we have perfectly blue skies. Ooh. I always feel so happy when the rain goes away. Oh, no, there's no second floor. No. That's just the ceiling up there. People always seem very intrigued with the YouTube channel. All right. Yeah, you're gonna get rain because it's coming in your direction. It's all over here. So it's just gonna be chilly now. Wow, pardon me. That's the way to fly. That way you don't pay a delivery fee or anything. Oh, you miss your Chevys? I kind of dig their happy hours and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's been very up and down over the years, though, Lisa B. If you look at some of my reviews, I've probably reviewed it with 3 or 4 different people over the years. And the boss and Bobby and Missy Jen on down Blackbird. It's been very up and down. Sometimes it's been downright disgusting. Nice blue skies. Yeah, I'd rather spend the money on a beer, right? Sit there and just enjoy, show the chat, have a good time. We've had a really good stream tonight. Gonna go enjoy some food. Yeah, I don't know how different the one in St. Louis would be. Smells good. I was kind of jealous when Bert ordered it up. I really don't know what Blackbird does in the Jetta tonight. He's in a different building than I am. There's 3 buildings on the Rancho, so he's in the what we call the bunkhouse on the Rancho. We have the workshop, we have the bunkhouse, and we had to have the main ranch house. Yeah, I had an enchilada last time. It was pretty good crab. I ordered the wrong thing. I ordered surf and turf, and they gave me a crab enchilada and some steak. It wasn't bad. I mean, it turned out being nice. It wasn't what I wanted, but it was acceptable. At first, I thought they mucked the order up, and then it's like, oh no, I ordered the wrong thing. Oh, thank goodness that rain stopped. So, let's see. Yeah, your tiny house is coming. I love these flashing yellow. What a great innovation. And we got trash day tomorrow, so we have to take a minute to get the can outs. Oh wow, Bird put the other can out too? How about that? Go Bird! Go Bird! How about that? Talk about initiative. There we go. That makes me happy. Wow, good deal, man. Bird rises to the occasion. I do like enchiladas. I'm just very, very picky about enchiladas. Very picky. All right. Same thing with, oh, where did I have those nasty ass, somebody tell me where I had those really nasty, the hell were those things? Suddenly I can't think what the hell they're called. You roll them up in the corn husk. Right, just totally slipped my mind. They were so nasty and dry last time. Terrible. Terrible. There's the Bergmeister. How about that? He's good deal, man. Put out that can. Tamales, they were terrible. Hello, Blackbird.
Hey, Rosie. Why you went on the bike thing?
It was raining. I wasn't going to go on that, man. It was too miserable to be out in the rain tonight. You know, there's a limit to how much BS I'm going to put up with on a bike. So I was hanging out in the car on the chat. We were having like a state of the steering wheel address and stuff. So.
Oh. I like it like this because everything smells fresh.
It does smell fresh. And now all the clouds passed over, so it's going to be sunny and beautiful tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, look
That's
over,
good.
look up there. You can see a star right there.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Let's see what we got in the go bag. We got our chips. I've already had enough of them tonight. We got our salsa. And there we got wood vegetables. They gave us carrots, zucchini, and stuff tonight, so that looks pretty good. In there. Yeah, we're all simple here. We're not fancy people here, Void Bud. We're very, 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 very simple. I value simplicity in everything. Let's put you guys over here. I don't want anybody yelling at me because I'm eating. All right. Let's see. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts which are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. Sit, adjust, pray, attack. There we go. That's what we do. I like they give you a nice go deal here. Alright, let's commence to try the vegetable first. Got a napkin. It smells really good. It smells really good. I'll show you guys what we got here. Bert and I are both very simple people. That looks pretty good, huh? That's it. That's all right. Jordan Peterson does it up, man. His daughter's a nice looking fish too. These containers are very good for leftovers and stuff. They're very well made. Yeah, Jordan Peterson's been a phenomenon, right? You don't like, that's right, you don't like shellfish, honey. What a way to celebrate the check, right? Pretty doggone tasty. A little bit of that salsa. I'm not sure if James is here or not. I don't know. The steak is tender. They did a beautiful job cooking this. Magic. Don't be jelly, my friend. Somebody's playing something. I'd say it's like I have no complaints at all. Let's try one of these shrimp. James is here. He's still reliving his grocery outlet. He's still buzzing on that. What are we doing? Now you're really limping today. Huh? Now you're really limping. Don't put those murder mittens into me. Man, old Tiger was limping worse than ever this morning. I was like, what the hell happened? Right? I thought we were getting better. That's because you insist on jumping up and down on the walls and stuff, right? You always have to play the fool. Just draw me from the hat. Yeah, you want to talk about something that I'm really particular about. That's pastrami. It's got to be fresh and juicy. You're really limping along now, right? You're really limping along now, aren't you? You goof. Vegetables are good. The zucchini, carrots. I'm telling you, wine country, that pastrami's just got to be a certain kind of way. I would never buy it out of the packages hanging in the store. If you're gonna go have pastrami, make sure it's in a deli. And go about 11 o'clock. Tiger. Go before the, I think we'll just have one. I think I'll have a water tonight. Yeah, I'm really a pastrami snob. That's exactly what I am. I just can't do lousy pastrami. That nose is going up in the air. Hey Seal, hey Bianca. I've never had the pastrami down there. I should. Good night, Naomi. I hope you feel better, honey. I should have that next time I'm down there. Yeah, I'll be in LA. I'm leaving Thursday morning, coming back Sunday. I'm glad I missed the rain. I've had enough rain after already this season. Right. Night, Nina. Yeah, Justin, I have the fundraiser at the end of October. I think I'd be a good matchmaker. What am I, Jewish Yenta or what? Pink Floyd, some fans spinning. What's going on, Seal? Yeah, I'm not a yenta. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch. I don't know if I'd be a good matchmaker. I don't know. You have to have special skill to be a matchmaker. If I was one of those Hasidic Jews up at Crown Heights, you know, the ladies getting together every week with their index card file of matches, helping my mother out. Just, oh, good for you. Good on you, Seal. If I were a rich man. Good for you. I'm sure your mother appreciates that. I refuse, still in the closet. That might have turned your life around, Alex. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Man, we brought Shimei into the mix tonight in a major way. She's like, what's wrong with sprinkle, sprinkle? Right? She did. I was like, whoa, is that Shimei? She like posted a whole paragraph, right? Like, wow, that brought her in. All right. That's the way we do it. What a great thing to order tonight. This was absolutely delicable. No complaints. Minimum of gristle. One gristly piece. Yeah, pulled Shimei in right off the sidewalk there. That's right, you're off this week. Yeah, good for him. If I was him, I'd take that tablet and smash it over somebody's head. I bring that baby down like the Ten Commandments. Boom. Ah. All right. I'm going to be out of town starting the Thursday. I'll be back Sunday. And then I think the following Sunday I'm heading down to Vegas. Going to do the fundraiser. Do some content. So they were sliding in, man. Usually when people slide in, they try to be low key. Right. That's funny. I haven't seen Patricia Wakefield tonight. Oh, that was good. That, my friends, was deliciosity. Tiger, you're all busted up. Right? Tiger, you're all busted up. Right? Oh, that hit the spot. Oh, that was good, good, good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to call it. And I want to thank you for being along tonight. A very interesting night tonight. We had a good night tonight. I want to first and foremost thank my moderators for keeping things rolling along really good. And for everybody else, if you've not hit the thumbs up button, please take a second to do so. Make sure to be around tomorrow to be the last day in town before I am LA bound and incognito for a few days. So y'all take care and have a wonderful night and be safe. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.